Hey guys, one of the cool things that SIG has at SHOT Show this year, well, at SIG's Range Day event, they're not actually at SHOT Show proper, is a new optic that's going to be coming out in probably mid to late, well probably late 2023, and that is what they are calling the Romeo 9T, which looks like it is just a copy of an EOTech. It is actually completely different. This is a solution to a problem that frankly I'm surprised we haven't seen anyone take on sooner, and that is, what if you have a carbine in, say, 300 Blackout, and you want to be able to shoot supersonic and subsonic? Well, your points of aim are going to be completely different for those two cartridges, especially once you get out to a little bit of range. So how do you deal with that? Do you try and memorize the number of elevation clicks to adapt, to switch your optic from one to the other? Do you mount two optics on the gun and one for subsonic and one for supersonic? Well, the answer that SIG has, that they're going to be marketing to the military, is this one optic that has two reticles in it. So it has both a red reticle and a green reticle, dot and circle dots. And as we can see here, we have actually four zeroing positions, because you've got your red, right, left, and red, up, down, and you've got your green elevation and your green windage adjustment. So you set both of the zeros independently for whatever your rifle is. You then have this button here, press and hold that for a couple of seconds, and it will swap from red reticle to green reticle and back, or you can have both of them on simultaneously. And then there are a couple other features that they've put into this specifically for the military market that are pretty cool. One of them is the emitters, the LED emitters that you have for a red dot like this. Normally they're mounted in the back. If you look at a pistol red dot, for example, you can see the emitters sitting back here, and they point up and bounce off the glass back towards your eye. On this, both of the emitters are running vertically up from the bottom, and that combined with the glass that's used here means there's no light emission out the front of this. One of the potential problems of a typical pistol red dot is if you're looking at it in a military context and the bad guys have night vision goggles, they can see light escaping out of your red dot. And this is developed specifically to prevent that from happening. In addition, this is the button here you press and hold to change reticles. If you just tap it once, it will automatically go to maximum brightness, and then you tap it a second time and it'll go back to whatever brightness you'd set it at using the adjustments. And the idea there is if you're using this under night vision and you pop into a well-lit room or someone turns on a big light and you need immediately a much brighter reticle to be able to use, all you have to do is tap the button once and it goes to maximum for basically emergency brightness use. So they put some really cool thought into this. The downside to it is going to be its cost, which is several $1,000s anticipated at this point. We'll see what it comes down to when it's actually available retail, hopefully like $2,000. Still a very expensive optic, and I think largely because it is developed with a couple of those military features, a lot of military R&D that went into it that you wouldn't need for just a civilian market optic. And of course they're planning to sell a ton of them to the US military, but a really cool solution for 300 Blackout, I think, where I can, having played with this sort of thing a little bit myself, the idea of being able to have one optic, two reticles is a big plus. I know there's other stuff available on the market where you can program the reticles and have multiples in there. What I like that this does is it makes them very obviously distinctive with the different colors, so you don't have to try and remember which setting you're on. Is this super, is this sonic? Anyway, a cool thing from SIG. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll start to see these in the civilian market and we can actually get one on loan and play with it and see if it really works.